Hey, how's it going? Welcome to News Acc Monday 25th of October 2021. We're looking from the papers. First up, New York Times, picture of a man feeding a whale shark in the Philippines. On the right, story from Somalia about Al-Shabaab, aka Al-Qaeda. Over on the left, Jeff Bezos not paying his staff properly for a long time. New York Times International Edition, story in the middle about a sect in Siberia called the Church of the Last Testament, led by a guy called Sergei Torop, a former police officer who claims to be God. He was imprisoned about a year ago by the Russian authorities with no formal charges against him. He once said in an interview, 80% of the world's population have mental disabilities. Probably not wrong. Speaking of mental disabilities, on the left, Trump tries to build his own Twitter. Probably go pretty well, considering they raised almost $1 billion in funding last week. Wall Street Journal, California getting floods and landslides now instead of crazy heat and wildfires. Down here, line go up, oil and gas. Some stocks were up 150% for the year. Love to see it. USA Today, hospital system, heating bills, true crime. New York Post, more true crime. Alec Baldwin meeting with the family of the woman he killed. Supposedly the woman he killed was going to be involved in an upcoming controversial documentary about Hollywood paedophile rings, so take from that what you will. Grandma from Cuba, picture from the closing of the second plenary session of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Cuba. Love to see it. Looks like a nice time. Down the bottom, quote from Fidel, the party is the vanguard of the people, the safety of the people, the guarantee of the people. Yes, thank you, Fidel. Star for South Africa, true crime, true crime. Jerusalem Post, more settler homes being approved, business as usual in Tel Aviv this morning. Tehran Times, a manufactured crisis Azerbaijan must avoid. Seems like a bit of tension again between the two countries. There is of course a province in the north of Iran called Iranian Azerbaijan. Over on the left and the right, zero chance for EU to make a break with NATO. Yes, correct. The Australian net zero politics support slumps as Glasgow beckons. That's the Glasgow Climate Conference next month. The Hindu, down here, Pinayari urges Stalin to draw Mullaperia water. So this story is to do with there's been really heavy rains in some regions and now all the dams are filling up and they want to let some water out from the dam through the tunnel to Tamil Nadu, which is the province that MK Stalin rules. Mutavel Karunadi Stalin, the 8th and current chief minister of Tamil Nadu. So interesting to see that happening. There's no actual cooperation between the states. They have to ask each other very nicely, can they let the water through? Global Times from China, people taking pictures of the Olympic flame for the upcoming Winter Olympics in Beijing. Irish Examiner, culture, property, health system. Irish Times, public service, health system. Irish Independent, weddings, football, drug driving. Evening Herald, football, true crime, Alec Baldwin story. Irish Daily Mail, celeb sausage dogs got hot. Alrighty. Minister declares war on the unvaxxed. Only 7% of Ireland is unvaxxed, but just goes to show you there's only 300 ICU beds. So now they really need to get that 7% vax, so they're going to be up shit creek again for the winter. Irish Sun, football, celebs, true crime story. Belfast Telegraph, celeb stuff, COVID, football, the Herald, health system falling apart, COP26, that's the climate summit. Financial Times, football, Poland v Brussels, who will win? Something going on in Turkey, Erdogan orders expulsion of diplomats. Okay, it's on the background of the currency crisis they're having as well. Over on the right there, hard to see, but it says EU diplomats poised to return to Kabul, so they're opening up the EU embassy again over there. Don't know if that means they're recognising the Taliban now, but certainly is a degree of recognition. The Guardian, English budget, football, health system. The Times, football, true crime, health system. Daily Telegraph, Alec Baldwin again. COVID cases to slump in the winter, say scientists. Alright, don't know what's going on in the UK, but they're not really going to do anything except try and keep vaccinating people, but they're saying the case will go down. Let's see. Down the bottom, major museums back anti-woke charter. Here is our daily culture war item. There's been a whole set of guidelines brought out for how to deal with, basically in the wake of Black Lives Matter, that type of thing, and what to do with statues and various cultural artifacts, let's say. These guidelines were put together by the Policy Exchange think tank, of which Michael Gove is a chairman. And one of the things they said was that decision makers should be accountable to those who support the institution, including the taxpayer and existing and previous benefactors. So the taxpayer is, of course, code word for the government, and existing and previous benefactors, well, look at the people who benefactor museums, lots and lots of people, private corporations, banks, billionaires. Make up your own mind on that one. The Independent, 4 stories on the top. Health crisis, Syria, ADHD, TV, football, economy, Daily Express, gas and electricity, health system, Queen's Diary cut to the bare essentials. So Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, Elizabeth, Defender of the Faith, Duke of Lancaster, Duke of Normandy, Lord of Man, the longest living and longest reigning British monarch, the longest serving female head of state in history, the oldest living and longest reigning current monarch, and the oldest and longest serving incumbent head of state. Apparently she's only fit for the bare essentials in her diary, so that involves obviously paying Prince Andrew's legal bills, making tea for Prince Andrew, making sure he's alright, rubbing him on the back, tucking him in at night. Daily Mirror, football, Alec Baldwin, get a booster jab and save Christmas. Yeah, it's all on you, it's not on the government. Daily Mail, celebs, drug lords of Instagram, people selling weed on Instagram, not a new thing. I've bought weed on Instagram. It was legal weed though, legal in my country. Down here, Matt Hancock going out with that lover again. What's her name? Gina Coladangelo. Lost a job over that. Seemed worth it anyway. He's on holidays in Croatia now. Nice time. Hope he has a nice one. Football, health system on the front of I. Daily Star, Alec Baldwin again, football. The Metro, Rich v Rash clash over meal clash, something to do with Rishi Sunak being approached by this footballer to provide more meals for kids, but he's saying no, we can't do that because that would go against free market economics, something like that, usual shit. Anyway, Julian Assange is still in jail in the maximum security Belmarsh prison without fair trial or due process. If you want to stay off corporate or social or state media for the day, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.